with the kind of education that we started with in the apartheid South Africa that we grew up in, to be able to be where we are today, you know.
You can't help but be energized with Johanna in the room.
Johanna Mokoki has a splendid track record where business is concerned. When the idea of working for someone didn't appeal to her, she took a leap from university graduate to co-owning Travel with Flair, a travel management business that in 2012 made a turnover of 1.8 billion rand, putting them firmly ahead of their industry peers. The material success isn't the only impressive thing here. She helped breathe life into an industry that ran the risk of becoming obsolete, marking a watershed in the industry's playing field. Let's meet this high-flying game changer. Although numerous headhunters pursued this BCom graduate relentlessly, she had other plans. In '96, Robert and Thibault met Johanna for the first time, and what was meant to be an hour-long meeting with a potential business partner turned to 4 hours of instant chemistry that birthed the successful ventures that is Travel with Flair.
I'm an accountant by training, but I did know that my personality, because it's very outgoing, and for my accounting friends, forgive me out there, but you know, I just knew that I couldn't be able to end up a grey auditor. And I needed to be able to do something more suited to my personality. And I think also with the public profile that I had, you know, the modeling, the pageants, television, I knew that it was a lot bigger, and I could offer more with what I had. For me, it was not the want to make money. It was the want to be able to see the world and enjoy the career that I'm choosing.
As we grew, Johanna got the opportunity to travel, as did we, and we've seen the world. So, you know, our want to be able to go out and experience the world, it actually became a reality.
Yeah, I mean, also for the first 3 years, Johanna didn't pull any salary, and that just proves her passion to make this business work.
She's the type of person that sees an opportunity and she goes for it.
An amazing thing also is that you're a woman essentially approached by two guys.
Yeah.
And it's almost like without a hesitation, you're like, I could lead this, I could do this.
That's very true, but I think, you know, I have a lot of good gut feel. And my gut is, I've never been wrong. And I think that when I met my partners, especially because they're shop boys as well, you know, and there's something about, you know, when you realize you're all on the same page, and you didn't have to work hard to get everybody on that page. And whatever we say, even in our board meetings, you know, somebody says something once and we understand what we're talking about, we're all on the same page, we're already, you know, it's like we've workshopped this. Beautiful.
When other travel companies took a hit during the recession in early 2002, Travel with Flair stayed afloat thanks to their impeccable vision and ability to adapt. They were the first to introduce e-ticketing and other innovations that complemented the changing landscape. What do you attribute the response that people have just given to your business and to you personally, because you are always at the helm? What do you attribute that to?
I think for me, I am grateful that people have seen the commitment and the hard work. And I think for me, two things have always stood out: the quality of our system, technology, we said to be leaders. I think with us as well, me as a business owner, I am integrally involved in the business, much like with my partners. So when a client gives us a business, they will see me and they will see me often.
Look, if you know Johanna, you know that I say that she's got a spirit of excellence. And obviously when you have that, you will have flair.
But isn't it true in today's world that flair is that soft power that can change everything?
If you're in the service industry, you really have to have the touch and have to have the flair. The people want the bells and whistles. You know, everybody can issue you a ticket, but it's the how. And I bring in the how with the touch. And we love what we do. I mean, if you see me, speak to any of my team, we love this industry that we're in. You feel the passion. I'm passionate about what I do, and I think passion helps you to be better than the person you were yesterday.
She's got passion. She believes in what she works for, and if she's got a project, she believes in that project.
The success Johanna enjoys is a far cry from her humble beginnings. As a young girl, she walked countless kilometers to school barefoot and sold food to help her family make ends meet. She attests that these life experiences helped shape her solid character.
with the kind of education that we started with in the apartheid South Africa that we grew up in, to be able to be where we are today. You know, I mean, I always say that God continues to smile on me and applauds the hard work, because hard work is always part of that formula, you know. And but I think that those humble beginnings for me was one of the best groundings that I've had as a human being.
She's always aware of her beginnings. She's never forgotten her roots.
She says, at 11, I already knew that I don't want this lifestyle anymore.
You seem to have an early sense of self-awareness from your circumstances. But what turned? What turned to say there has to be more than what we're going through right now?
I think my father used to read a lot. And I thank him for that. May his soul rest in peace, because he gave us some great books, you know, where he used to work. The white people would give him all of these books and he'd bring them home and would read them. And I remember, I mean, you know, books like, you know, How to Win Friends and Influence People, you know, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. I was able to read that, and I realized that there is a bigger world, much bigger than the Soweto world where we're living at, you know. And I knew that if one had to fully immerse oneself in education, your course can change. And let me tell you, I'm a true testament that if you show up and you are present in the books, you really can be able to change your future.
The difficulties she faced as a child softened her to the needs of others and made a passionate philanthropist of her. Today, she's paying it forward through her involvement with numerous cause-driven initiatives.
And I think also with the success that has happened, I always say in life, you learn, you earn, but you definitely return. I see myself as a channel to be able to help others. And I know that instead of buying another car, I better be paying for someone else's education, so their course in life can be able to be better.
She's a selfless do-gooder.
Even now, my team here, I mean, we have just over 550 staff in Travel with Flair. And I say, especially for the kids that come from disadvantaged background, if I can be able to make their dreams come true in getting them the education, because nobody chooses their circumstances, but I buy attitudes. So if you show me that you have a great attitude and you are a person who wants to do and who wants to be better, I will get you that education. So I pay for everything. But you need to convince me that you want it as badly as I wanted it when I was young.
What's the future for you?
Hey, you never know. You know, we need to show up and be the change we want to see in our country. So, I mean, maybe I might show up in an office, a minister or future president, you never know.
Having success is one thing, but being able to maintain that success for nearly 2 decades in a cutthroat industry is a stroke of genius. Joanna's ability to totally immerse herself in what she does with dedication and with much flair has resulted in a winning enterprise. And that's, of course, why we think she's a true mover and shaker.